All right.
Lucas
Got everybody
Cichikowski.
checked in? No, I am going to need some turn marshals if I can get my guys from race number 4. That's going to be my modified / 4-wheel group if I can get drivers from race number 4 to the track. That is going to be Ryan, Brandon, Bryant, Derek, and Pat. Let's see. Do I have Ryan out there? Ryan, if I can get you maybe migrate to the left side. Mr. Hughes needs a little help over there. Wants a little company. All right, we got our marshals out here. Looks like everybody's ready to go, so we are going live loop. When you cross the line, your time will begin. So I got a variety of different skill levels in this one. A little bit of patience goes a long way, and that goes both ways. All right, Lucas starts us off at 15.7. Art a 16.2. Anthony a 16.6. Got Rich a 23 and Joe a 16.9. We're 30 seconds in, 5:30 to go. This is race number 1, Wednesday night racing. Of course, we got Friday night racing coming up later this week, appropriately scheduled for Friday. Also got the Team Powers Cup on-road edition going down this weekend. It's going to be a 2-day affair. If you can't make both days, that's okay. You won't be able to do the Premier Cup class, but every other class, there will be a last chance qualifier on Sunday morning. All right, we're 1 minute down. Got Lucas at 24 lap pace. Got Art 23.03. Anthony 23.11. Joe 19.08. Rich is 17.20. Minute 20 down. 4:40 remains. Oh yeah, I think I heard that Tony Wilson has arrived. Tony, I put you in heat number 3. Yeah, minute 40 down. Yeah, Lucas 1.2 ahead of Art 3.5 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 9 ahead of Joe. Joe lap up on Rich. Minute 50 down. 4:10 remains. Yes, we do 6 minutes on Wednesdays. All right, 2:05 down, 3:55 remaining. And for those of you interested, we have nailed down a date for Andrew Knowles' birthday party. If you were at the last one, you know what a hit it was. All courtesy of Mike Hughes, right? 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. All right, Lucas 24.13 is the pace. He's 2 seconds ahead of Art. Art 23.01. Got Anthony and Joe 21.01. Rich going 17.13. 2:50 down, 3:10 to go. We're almost halfway, drivers. Oh, careful in turn 1, guys. First turn after the straightaway. Be careful. All right, coast is clear. 2:50 to go. Lucas now just 9/10 ahead of Art. This time by the stripe, 1.6 now the gap. Got Art, let's see, 14 ahead of Joe. Joe 2 ahead of Anthony. Anthony a lap up on Rich. 2:30 remains, drivers. So Lucas fast lap of 15.0. We got Art 15.1. Joe a 15.4. Anthony a 15.4. Got 2:10 remaining. This is race number 1 on track. A lot of my guys in race number 2 are currently marshaling, so we'll give you guys a moment.
2 minutes left.
So first 3 heats tonight are going to be 17.5 buggy. Final heat going to be open buggy. That's going to be 4-wheel drive, modified, whatever you want to throw out there. Careful wall ride. Go high, go high. Minute 30 to go. All right, Lucas Art, Joe, Anthony, and Rich are running order. Lucas on a 24.13, Art 23 flat, Joe 22.09, Anthony 21 flat, and Rich a 17.16. Just over a minute remains, drivers.
One minute left.
You heard the man, a minute to go. Lucas up by 2.5 seconds. Got Art 24 ahead of Joe. Joe 1.7 ahead of Anthony. 45 seconds left. All right, Lucas looking to set the early TQ here. 24-13 in progress. 30 seconds remain. Oh, we got a tumbler. I'm not talking about those Stanley Cups. 25 seconds left. Wall ride, go wide, 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 wide. All right, time is about to expire. Keep going until you hear the computer. Keep going, keep going.
Let's go, Art done. Anthony Zachiglowski done. Rich Bright done. Joe Wilson done. All drivers are finished.
All right, folks, that'll be a race. Lucas
Zachiglowski
24-15. We got Art 23.01, Anthony 21.02, Joe a 21.06, Rich a 17.08. All right, folks, I may need you to set those cars down. Come on out to turn marshal. Up next is heat number 2. All right, Ryan, Brandon, Bryant, Pat, and Brian.
Rice Cakes Supreme. BP. Patrick Brill. Ryan R. Randall.
All right, looks like Brian's putting some wheels on that thing, maybe. Remember, Brian, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Goompa.
All right, folks, we're going to get this party started. All right, Ryan 15-1, Brian 15-4, Brandon a 16-1. Bryant 18-7, Pat a 24-5. Not a good opening lap for anybody early. Just kind of a tough opening lap for everybody there. Brian responds though, 14-6. Bryant goes 14-8. Pat a 15-2. All right, we're 50 seconds in. BP 14-8. Doing great. 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go, drivers. We got B to the G out front. 14-5 that time by. Got minute 15 down and 4:45 remaining. BG, Bryant, Ryan, Brandon, and Pat. All right, we're a minute 30 down, 4:30 remaining. BG out front, 24:02 is the pace. Got Bryant on a 24:13. Ryan 23:03. Pat a 21 flat. Brendan a 21:05. Early paces. We got minute 45 down and 4:15 to go. Fast lap now going to Mirafuente out of 14.4. 14.3 now. So that's going to be the highlighter yellow and blue. Got BG running the yellow, orange, and blue. Brian going 14.4 that last lap. BP going 14.351. That's the fastest 14.3 in this group so far. 220 down, 340 left. Brian 25.13. Bryant at 24.03. Ryan at 23.01. Brandon 22.01. Pat 20.12. Yeah, 230 down, 330 remaining. All right, Goomba 14-2. All right, 2:55 in, 3:05 to go. Brian Bryant, Ryan, Brandon, and Pat, your full running order. All right, Goomba bringing fast lap down to a 14-1. Backs it up with another 14-1. Using that dot as the double. He might have thrown a whip in. 320 down, 240 remains. Man, even with a dot, Bryant Mirafuente going 14-4. So we got Bryant now out front, 25-11. Brian at 25-12. Back straight, careful, right in the middle. Be careful. That is clear. And that's going to move Brian's pace back to a 24.02. Brian Gross, 24.03. Ryan at 23 flat. Brandon at 23.03. Pat, 21.08. Okay, folks, we are now approaching 4 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Careful, last double, guys, last double. That is clear. Got another heat of two-wheel drive buggy after this one. Final heat of the round will be open buggy. Run what you brung. Minute 40 to go. Got Goomba half a second ahead of BG. BG 8 seconds ahead of Ryan. Ryan 5 ahead of Brandon. Brandon a lap up on Pat. Minute 30 to go. 90 seconds remain. And right now it's close between Bryant and Brian. All right, Bryant now back to a 25 lap pace. Brian 24.01. Ryan 24.13. Brandon 23.03. Pat 21.09. Got just over a minute, drivers. Careful up front. Be careful up front, chicane. That is clear.
1 minute left.
You heard the man. Bryant going 14-0 for a new fast lap. He's now about 7 ahead of Brian. Brian 5 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3.8 ahead of BP. And BP a lap up on Pat. Yeah, 40 seconds left. "30 seconds to go. "20 seconds remaining. Closest battle here, BP versus Ryan. They're 1.2 seconds apart. Current advantage, BP. 10 seconds. Whoa, that was interesting. I'll buy you an ice cream if you can do it again.
Ryan R. Randall done. Patrick Brill done. Rice Cakes Supreme done.
All right, 2 cars still left.
BP done. All drivers are finished.
And that will be a race.
Goomba
Mir
done.
Fuente going 25-14. Gross at 24.05. BP sneaking by for that 24th lap. 24-14. Ryan goes 23.03. Pat 21.02. All right, Kevin, Tony, Trevor, John,
Loctite
and
Milio.
Nelson.
Trevor Hughes. LT Gray. Nelson B.
All right, I may need you guys to set your cars down. Come on out to turn marshal.
Kevin Allen.
All right, got Pat, got Brandon, got Bryant. Do I have somebody on the right side? BG? Okay. All right, folks, this is heat number 3, and we're going to get this party started here. All right, Kevin 15-1, Tony a 15-0, Nelson 15-3, Trevor 15-3, and John a 15-2. Nicely done. Everyone 15-3 or faster. Good stuff. Just getting this party started here. 40 seconds in. Careful at the wall ride. That is clear. Oh, careful on the back straight. Go inside. Woo. All clear. Yeah, BP dancing with the buggies. Oh, careful in the middle, guys. Going crosstown. That is clear. Okay, we got Kevin Allen out front. He is currently on a 24 flat, almost on a 25 lap pace. Got Nelson on 24.09, John 24.12, Tony 22.08, Trevor 21 flat. Fast lap so far, Kevin Allen 14.7. 14.7. It rhymes with Kevin. Buck 35 down, 425 remains. All right, we're a minute 50 down, 4:10 to go. Kevin 24:01, Nelson 24:09, John also 24:09. Got Tony doing the arrive and drive 23:14, and Trevor 22:02. Got 2:15 down, 3:45 to go. Right now it's Kevin 3 seconds ahead of John. John 0.3 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 6 seconds ahead of Hughes. Hughes 0.9 ahead of Wilson. Yeah, 2:30 down, 3:30 remaining. Kevin goes 14:7 once again. Emilio's fast lap of 15:0. Nelson a 15:3. Trevor a 14:9. Tony a 15:0. All right, 3 minutes down, 3 minutes remain. Kevin now 25:14. Got John at 24:10. Nelson 24:13. Trevor 23:05. Tony 23:13. Trevor taking fast lap 14:6. All right, 3:30 down, 2:30 remains. Kevin 6.2 ahead of John. John 1.1 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.8 ahead of Trevor. Trevor 4 ahead of Tony. All right, 2:10 remaining. Kevin, John, Nelson, Trevor, Tony. We're just about 4 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Oh, trouble for Hughes. Minute 45 remains. All right, Kevin 7 ahead of John. John 1.4 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 7 ahead of Tony. Minute 30 to go, drivers. 90 seconds left. All right, next heat up is going to be open buggy. Minute 15 to go. Closest battle here, John versus Nelson. 1.1's the gap. We are now 5 minutes in.
1 minute left.
All right, Kevin, John, Nelson, Tony, your remaining contestants. Kevin 9 ahead of John. John 0.6 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 6.4 ahead of Tony. Nelson that time by a 14.9. And that will put him 0.4 ahead of John right now. 30 seconds to go. Paces. We got Kevin 25:13. Nelson 24:10. John 24:11. Tony 23:02. "15 seconds. Kevin goes 14.6 that time around.
LT Gray done. Nelson B done. Kevin Allen done.
And one more car.
All drivers are finished.
That'll be a race, folks.
Loctite Milio
Kevin,
done.
Nelson, John, and Tony, your finishing order there. Kevin goes 25:13. Yeah, Nelson 24:10. John 24:11. Tony at 23:04. So that's going to put Kevin Allen on top of the overall leaderboard, taking over round one TQ. All right, Ryan, Brandon, Bryant, Derek, and Pat. This is our open buggy category.
Derek Stephenson. Ryan R. Randall. Patrick Brill.
All right, if you drove in that last race, I will need you to come on out and turn marshal, please.
Goompa. BP.
All right, we got everybody checked in. Got all my turn marshals out here. Good stuff. All right, folks, we will get this party started. All right, fastest opening lap goes to Bryant's out of 14.1. He backs that up with another 14.1. So we got Ryan at 15.2, Brandon at 15.3, Derek 15.0, Pat 15.2. Yeah, Bryant's starting us off with a trio of 14.1s. All right, betting man would say 14.1 here. 14.7 this time by for Goompa. But nonetheless, 26 lap pace. Right now we got Bryant out front, 26.11, Brandon at 24.04, Derek at 24.14, Ryan at 23.09, Pat 21.08. All right, we got Bryant going at 13.8. That lap was great. So, Bryant bringing it down to a 13.6 now. Yeah, BP a 14.5, Derek a 14.1, Pat 15.2, and Ryan 15.2. We're $1.45 down, 4:15 remaining. All right, now it's Bryant's out front. He is 6 seconds ahead of Brandon. Brandon 0.3 ahead of Derek. Derek is 11 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.8 ahead of Pat. $2.10 down, 3:50 left. All right, we are 2:30 down with 3:30 to go. Bryant now 26.04, BP at 24.03, Derek going 24.07, Ryan at 22.04, Pat 22.08. Got 3:20 to go, drivers. Closest battle here, Brandon versus Derek, 1.4 seconds. Brandon run the four-wheel drive. We got Derek out there running an LD3. Got Bryant also running an LD3 here in modified. $2.55 to go. Wow, 13.5 that time by for Bryant. Got 14-4 for Brandon, 14-1 for Derek. Got 2:40 remaining. All right, 2:20 to go. BP going 14-3 that last time by. Backs it up to 14-6. Got PB going to 15 flat. 2:10 remains. All right, folks, we are now 4 minutes in.
2 minutes left.
Bryant, Brandon, Derek, Ryan, and Pat, your full running order. Bryant, 11 seconds up on the field. Oh, careful up front. That is clear. So right now, Bryant 14 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 1.7 ahead of Derek. Derek 15 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 2.5 ahead of Pat. Ooh. Got minute 15 to go, drivers. 75 seconds remaining.
One minute left.
You heard the man. A minute to go. Got Bryant on 26:09. We got both Brandon and Derek 24:02. Got Ryan at 23:08. Careful. Oh, and that's clear. A little bit of dysfunction for your leader that time by, but he's still leading. 35 seconds to go. Closest battle here, Derek and Brandon. They're 1.5 apart. Of course, we got Derek out there running the LD3 and Brandon running, I believe, a 7.4.2. Got Pat running the X-Ray Wheeler. Got Ryan with a new to him 7.4.2. Oh, Derek going 14 flat.
Ryan R. Randall done.
In fact, it couldn't be any more of a
BP
14
done.
flat. 14.000.
Goompa done. Derek Stephenson done.
All right, Derek
All
sneaking by for
drivers
lap
are
25 there, but Bryant takes
Patrick
TQ
Brill done.
26-12. Got Derek at 25-12, Brandon at 24:01, Ryan at 23:09, Pat 23:12. All right, folks, that concludes round number 1. I'll start calling up round 2 about 7:15. 7:15 for round 2. All right, folks, it is that time. Got race number 1, round number 2. Gonna be Lucas R., Anthony, Joe, and Rich. Turn marshals will be open buggy.
Joe Wilson. Anthony Zachiglowski. Lucas Zachiglowski. Let's go Art. Rich Bride.
All right, I got my racers out here. I got Ryan. I got Bryant. There's Brandon. Got Derek. Cool. All right. I think that's everybody. All right, folks, we're going racing. All right, Lucas going 15-2 to open this one up. Got Art 16-0, Joe 16-4. 35 seconds in the books. Art goes to 15-7 here on lap 2. $55 seconds in. We got Art Cardinale 15-5. Lucas going to 15-0. Joe 16-5. Anthony 16-0. Paces right now. We got Art out front. Oh, Lucas now out front. 24-15. Got Art 23-01. Joe 22-02. Anthony 22-10. Rich 17-13. Oh, last double. Careful. Oh, that is clear. 130 down, 430 to go. All right, Lucas R., Anthony, Joe, and Rich. All right, 155 down, 405 remaining. All right, Lucas R., Joe, Anthony, and Rich, your full order. Got Lucas 24-11, Art 22-07, Anthony 22-14, Joe 21-03, Rich 16-10. All right, 230 down, 330 to go. Lucas 24-12 in the works. He is now 12 seconds ahead of Art. Art is 2.2 ahead of Joe. Joe 0.2 ahead of Anthony. Anthony a lap up on Rich. I would say hold on a sec. All All right, stay there, and go. All right, we're 305 down, 255 remaining. Yeah, Lucas going 14-9 that time by. Your race leader making his way up the wall, right down the back straight. Backs it up at 15-2. I'll put Lucas's pace at a 24-10. Art 22:02, Anthony 22:13, Joe at 21:06, Rich 17:04. Yeah, 345 down, 215 to go. Careful in front of the driver's stand. That is clear. All right, folks, we're coming up on 4 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Lucas 24:11, Art 22:07, Anthony 22:14, Joe 21:01, Rich 17:06. That's fine. Yep. Minute 35 to go. Careful, first double, guys. First double. And that is clear. Almost. There we go. Minute 15 to go, 75 seconds left. Lucas Art, Anthony Joe, and Rich. Yeah, Lucas 24:11, Art 22:04, Anthony 22:10, Joe 21:02. 5 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Lucas 24:11 is the pace. .45 seconds remain. .25 seconds to go. .15 seconds. All right, time's running thin. Keep on going till you hear the computer announce your name is done.
Let's go, Art done. Anthony Zachiglowski done. Lucas Zachiglowski done. Rich Bright done.
And that
All
will be a
drivers are
race.
finished.
It's going to be Lucas
Joe
going
Wilson
24:10. We got Art 22 flat, Anthony 22:07, Joe 22:10, and Rich a 17:05. So that's going to move Lucas to the 5 spot overall. All right, race number 2 is going to be Brian, Brandon, Ryan, and Pat.
Rice Cakes Supreme. Ryan R. Randall. Patrick Brill.
No, after you. All right, let's see. I got Anthony out there. I got Rich on his way. I got Art out here. I got Joe over here. Okay, got our marshals out here. Thank you, guys. You guys ready to go? All right, we're going. All right, 25 seconds in. All right, so we got Brian going 14.6 on the opening lap. Bryant lap 2 of 14.2. Yeah, Ryan at 15.0. Pat 15.5. Brandon 14.7. So we're 50 seconds in. All right, now it's Bryant out front 25.02. Got Brian 25.12. Ryan a 24.01. Pat 24.12. BP 23.02 in the early going. Got minute 5 down, 4:55 remaining. Buck 15 down, 4:45 to go. And Brian going 14 flat. How about that? So Brian's pace currently at 25.01. Got Brian Gross 25.10. Ryan at 24.04. Brandon 24.08. Pat 24.14. BG brings his fast lap to a 14.4. Minute 45 down, 4:15 remaining. Oh, Bryant almost on a 26 lap pace. And there it is, 26.14. Brian 25.08, Brandon 24.04, Ryan 24.04, Pat 23.03. 3:45 to go, and there it is. Bryant goes 13.9. 2:25 down, 3:35 remaining. So we're now 2:40 in with 3:20 left. Mirfonte 26.12, Perea 24.03, Gross 24.04, Randall 24.08, Brill 23.02. All right, folks, we're now 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. All right, Bryant now 9 seconds ahead of Brandon. Brandon 1 second ahead of BG. BG 2.5 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 6 ahead of Pat. Got 2:40 left. .220 remaining. All right, folks, we're coming up on 4 minutes down and 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left.
All right, trouble for your race leader there, but he will hold on to the lead. Might cost him a 26 lap run, though. It's going to be close here. Minute 35 to go. Yeah, Bryant's pace now back to 25.02. Got Brian 24.01, Brandon a 24.07, Ryan 24.08, Pat 23.03. All right, this is race 2 on track. Race number 3, you guys are up next. All right, folks, we're coming up on 5 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Brian 2501, Brian 2401, Brandon at 2405, Ryan 2408, Pat 2301. 45 seconds to go. "35 seconds remain. Honestly, I'm a little surprised. This track seems to be just a little bit slower than the last track. I assume it's because we're covering more distance. It's definitely not more technical. Definitely less technical now. All right, time is about to expire here. Keep on going till you hear the computer announce you as done.
Goomba done. Rice Cakes Supreme done.
All right, so Brian gets caught at the line, 25 flat. How about that?
BP done. Patrick Brill done. All drivers are finished. Ryan
That'll be a
Randall
race,
done.
guys. Brian goes 25 flat. Brian 24 flat. Brandon 2403. Ryan 2408. And Pat 2307. Okay, race number 3. This is going to be Kevin, Nelson,
Kevin
John,
Allen.
Tony, and Trevor.
Loctite Milio. Trevor Hughes. Nelson B.
Okay, looks like you guys are ready to go. Got all my turn marshals now. So, we're about ready to go. "20 seconds in. So this is going to be our racetrack until the Team Powers Cup. Team Powers Cup Off-Road is coming at you 23rd and 24th of this month. We're going to be bringing the Premier Cup format to Off-Road. Spec motors geared at 3172. And we're going to be doing a Reedy Race style format. All right, 25-12 is Kevin's early pace. Yeah, Nelson 2407, Tony at 2412, Trevor 2314, and John 2110. Kevin going 14-4 that time by. All right, we're at $125 down, 435 remaining. So Kevin 3 seconds ahead of Nelson. Nelson 0.3 ahead of Tony. Tony 3.1 ahead of Trevor. Trevor 3.7 ahead of John. All right, we're at $150 down with 410 remaining. So Kevin, Nelson, Tony, Trevor, John, your full running order. Yeah, a little bit of a change here. Got Tony now up to the 2 spot. So Kevin 2508, Tony 2406, Nelson 2407, Trevor 2415, John 2313. Got 335 remaining here. And up next after this, we are going open buggy. $235 in, $325 remaining. We're now 3 minutes down, drivers. 3 minutes to go. So Kevin now 5 ahead of Tony. Tony 1.4 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.9 ahead of Trevor. Trevor 6.4 ahead of John. Got 2:45 to go here. All right, we are now 3:30 down with 2:30 to go. $210 remains.
Two minutes left.
All right, we got Kevin 2508, Tony 2403, Nelson 2404, Trevor 2413, and John 2304. Kevin currently 6.7 ahead of Tony, Tony 1.1 ahead of Nelson, Nelson 5.1 ahead of Trevor, Trevor 4.7 ahead of John. Minute 30 remains, 90 seconds to go. Careful at the wall ride, guys. That is clear. And Nelson going 14.6 that last time around. Minute 20 to go. A little trouble for your race leader. $110 to go, drivers. 70 seconds remain. Right now, Kevin just 0.9 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.3 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 7 ahead of Trevor.
Left.
Trevor 4.5 ahead of John. We got 1 minute to go. All right, race leader Kevin Allen driving the white and yellow. He's making his way up the wall ride down the straight. $30 seconds remain. $20 seconds to go. All right, time is about to expire. Keep on going, drivers. Keep going.
LT Gray done. Kevin Allen done. Loctite Milio done. Nelson B done.
Okay, well, that'll be a race, I suppose. All right, it's going to be Kevin going 24 flat. We got Tony at 24.03, Nelson 24.04, Trevor 23.559, and John at 23 flat. All right, this is open buggy.
Derek Stephenson. Ryan R. Randall. Patrick Brill.
All right, got a few more cars making their way to the track. All right, we got special guest turn marshal Edgar Vargas out there. He'll be signing
BP.
autographs after this. Well, what you need? Save you.
Goompa.
Oh. What? No? Yeah. Sorry, bro. What you need? Crap. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. No. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's just steal it off of his car and I'll All right, I'll try and message him later. All right, folks, we are going racing. You know, usually when someone says they need me to save them, it involves something illegal. I'm kind of glad that's not the case this time. I don't have time to get in trouble, man. Yeah. As I'm getting older, it's harder to find good trouble. Yeah, now it seems like trouble just gets me arrested or in the hospital. All right, we got 40 seconds down. BP out front, driving the orange ride. $50 seconds in. And Derek now to the top spot. Oh. All right, 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Derek currently on a 25:07. Got Brian 25:10, Brandon 24:08, Ryan at 23:15, Pat 22 flat. How about that? $1.15 down, 4:45 left. Mir Fuentes setting fast lap here, 13:8. All right, $1.40 down. All right, $1.55 in, 4:05 to go. Edgar, if you can hear me, I think I'm just going to give him a call after this race, see if he picks up. Back straight, back straight. That is clear. That was a pucker moment. Maybe that's what BP stands for. If you catch my drift. 220 down, 340 to go. So we got Bryant out front, 25:02. You got Derek at 24:04, Brandon 23:02, Patrick at 22:06, Brian at 22:10. $3:15 to go. right, we're 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Bryant almost on a 26 lap pace now. Got Derek at 24:11, Brandon 24:13, Pat 22:04, Ryan 22:07. Closest battle right now, Derek and Brandon. They're just 1.2 apart. Oh, till that happened. 2:40 to go, drivers. All right, Bryant, 26:14 now the pace. He is driving the blue and yellow ride. Derek run the white car with the lime wheels. He is on a 24:06. Got Brandon the orange car on a 24:13. Ryan running that new to him four-wheel drive, 23:15. And Pat, I believe he's driving an X-Ray XP4, 22:02. We got 2 minutes to go. Minute 50 remains. Minute 40 to go. Oh, Bryant taking a tumble there. He's back on track. Yeah, minute 10 to go. Oh, careful up front, guys. Oh, a little wheelie there. Giddy up.
1 minute left.
5 down, 1 to go, drivers. So Bryant's pace falling back to 25:02. Got Derek 24:03, Brandon 23:01, Pat 23:14, and Ryan 22:03. 40 seconds remain. Backs up, all clear. 30 seconds left. $20 seconds remain. Time is about to expire, but keep on going, drivers. Computer will announce you as done.
Goompa done. Derek Stephenson done.
Whoa.
BP done. Ryan R. Randall done.
All
drivers
right, I'll
are
be a
finished.
race, guys. I'll get the main event set
Patrick
up.
Brill done.
Let's see. Main start time, 8:05, 8:10. Let's go 8:05. So Brian goes 25:03, Derek 24:07, Brandon 24:12, Pat 23:15, and Ryan 22:05. Okay, folks, so our C group going to be Art, Pat, Anthony, Joe, and Rich. B group, Nelson, Ryan, Lucas, John, and Trevor. A group will be Bryant, Kevin, Brian, Tony, and Brandon. We're going to take the winner of each lower main to the next one. And I'm probably going to need some help marshaling race number 2. All right, I'll come back at you guys about 8:05. In the meantime, practice.
Ryan R. Randall. $24.7. 15-3. 15-2. 15-2. 15-1. 15-2. 15-1.
All right, folks, it's that time. Get the main events going. All right, so our C group today going to be Art, Pat, Anthony, Joe, and Rich. Winner of this one goes on to the B group. All right, I'm going to need all my guys from
Anthony
our open buggy group. Cool. If I can get someone to volunteer for Pat as well, that'd be much appreciated. Otherwise, we're going with 4 marshals.
Joe Wilson. Rich Bride. Patrick Brill.
All right, if you're running 4-wheel drive modified, I will need you out here to turn marshal. Looking for one more turn marshal. Art Cardinale, are you going to make this one? Aw, shucks. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some more turn marshals for the next race then. All right, folks, let's line them up. It is going to be Pat on the 1, Anthony 2, Joe 3, and Rich 4. All right, folks, we are going racing. Less than 5 drivers. Oh, we got Pat out front. Joe in the 2, followed by Anthony and Rich. We're 15 seconds in. All right, Pat out front, 1.3 ahead of Anthony. Anthony, 0.7 ahead of Joe. We got 45 seconds in, 5:15 remaining. And this time, looks like Pat, a bit of breathing room now. A little trouble for Anthony. That's going to set him back about a third of a lap. We're 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. All right, $1.15 in, 4:45 left. So we got Pat out front. He is driving the white, orange, and yellow. Anthony in the 2, followed by Joe and Rich. All right, $1.45 down, 4:15 remaining now. Got Pat going 15.5 that last time by. Fastest lap of the race is going to be Anthony at 15.2. Yeah, Joe also a 15.5. 2:05 down, 3:55 remaining. All right, if you guys want to check out some on-road racing this weekend, Team Powers Cup. Be racing Saturday and Sunday. Although if you can't make Saturday, you can race any of the non-premier classes Sunday only. It'll be a last chance qualifier Sunday morning before we get into double main events. Truth be told, if you gave me the choice, 2 qualifiers in the main or 1 qualifier and 2 mains, I'm choosing 2 mains. That's my vote. 250 down, 310 to go. We'll be doing the off-road edition of the Team Powers Cup the next weekend, 23rd and 24th. And same deal. If you're not running a Premier Cup class, you can show up Sunday. Do the LCQ. But if you want to get the full experience, if you want to experience a Reedy race format, I suggest show up Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be quite the experience. Definitely recommend it. If you've never done that kind of format before. 330 down, 230 to go, drivers. So we got Pat 8 seconds ahead of Anthony. Anthony 5 ahead of Joe. 2:15 remains. All right, folks, coming up on 4 minutes in.
2 minutes left.
We got Pat out front, fast lap of 15.4. We got Anthony, fast lap 15.2. Doing another 15.2 that time by, actually. Got Joe going 15.2 for a fast lap. And we got Rich 17.5. Minute 45 remaining, drivers. $1:30 to go. All right, drivers, we got 1:10 remaining. Pat with a 7-second lead. Got Anthony 9 ahead of Joe. Joe will lap up on Rich.
1 minute left.
You heard the man. 1 minute remains. All right, 50 seconds left. Race number 2, our B group. Gonna be up next. I'm definitely gonna need all the help I can get turn marshaling this one. Only got 3 marshals from this group because I'm bumping the winner and Art left. All right, 30 seconds remain. $20 seconds to go. Anthony, another 15.2. Anthony going on a tear here, late race, but unfortunately, it's going to be too little too late. 10 seconds remain. Got Pat going 15.2 that time by.
Patrick Brill done.
All right, when you cross the line, you will be done.
Anthony Zachiglowski done. Joe Wilson done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race.
Rich Bright
So
done.
it's going to be Pat making it to the B main event. I'm not sure if we have a podium photographer. If not, I will do the pictures afterwards.
Trevor Hughes.
All right, so that podium is going to be Anthony, Joe, and Rich.
Ryan R. Randall. Lucas Zachiglowski. Loctite Milio. Nelson B.
Careful on the back straight, guys. Go wide, go wide. I'm going to need all the help I can get here.
Patrick Brill.
All right. Well, got everybody checked in. Got all my turn marshals out here, but if anybody out there is willing to help, could use some more help. Otherwise, we're going with what we got. Anybody out there, need all the help we can get for this one. Okay, we have 2 on this side. All right, guys. Well, we're going racing in less than 5. We got Nelson out front. Ryan right behind him. Lucas takes a tumble. Still early, though. Plenty of time. All right, we're 30 seconds in. Right now, it's Nelson B out front. He is half a second up on Ryan. Got about 1.3 back to John. John 2 ahead of Trevor. Trevor 0.2 ahead of Lucas at the line. And it looks like Lucas making his way up a spot. And Ryan gaining a little ground on Nelson here. And he takes over the top spot. Careful with the wall ride, guys. That is clear. Careful up front, guys, up front. That is clear. Minute 5 down, 4:55 to go. Ryan, Nelson, John, Lucas, Trevor, Pat, your full running order. So we got a minute 25 down, 4:35 to go. And Nelson going 14.6 that time by. New fast lap of the race. All right, now it is advantage Ryan by 0.7. Nelson 3.5 ahead of John. John 4.5 ahead of Lucas. Lucas clocks in 3.2 ahead of Trevor. And Trevor 2 seconds ahead of Pat. Minute 50 down, 4:10 remains. 2 minutes down, drivers. 4 minutes left. So Ryan, Nelson, John, Lucas, Trevor, Pat, your full running order. So this time around, we got Ryan just half a second ahead of Nelson. Story remains the same. They're now about 4 seconds ahead of John. John 3.5 ahead of Lucas. Yeah, 2:30 down, 3:30 left. Leaders crossing the line once again. That's the battle to watch right now. The pink and white and blue versus the copper and black. Up the wall ride, down the back straight. 0.4, now the deficit. Oh, they both clipped that dot. Nelson getting the worst of it, though. Yeah, 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. So this time by at the stripe, 3.7, the gap between our top 2 cars. Emilio in the 3 spot, he's 3 seconds back of Nelson. Lucas 2 seconds back of John. Trevor 2.8 back of Lucas. And Pat about 7 seconds back of Trevor. Yeah, 2:35 remaining here. Let's watch that gap between the top two. It's about 3.5 seconds right now. All right, it's about the same. 2:20 to go, drivers. Now Lucas going 15 flat that time by. All right, folks, we got 4 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
So Ryan 3.6 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.7 ahead of John. John 2.3 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 3.2 ahead of Trevor. Trevor 7.5 ahead of Pat. Got a minute 45 to go. Right now, Ryan has 1 foot in the A-main event. Minute 35 to go. 2.2 now the gap between Ryan and Nelson. Ryan losing about 0.6 out of his lead that time by. Let's see what happens this time by at the stripe. $1.20 to go. 1.5 now the gap. Nelson is closing in a hurry. Minute 10 to go. 70 seconds remain. 1.3 the gap.
1 minute left.
5 down, a minute to go. Your race leaders once again down the back straightaway. 14.9 for Ryan, a 15.0 for Nelson. That puts the gap at 1.5. 45 seconds left. A little trouble there for both these guys. Both our top two drivers having some trouble on the last double. And gap 1.2 here with 30 seconds to go. Wall ride, wall ride, wall ride. Careful at the wall ride. And Nelson is there. 15 seconds to go. Back straight, back straight. Careful on the back straight, guys. That is clear. 5 seconds left. And it comes down to this. Nelson grabbing the back wheels.
Loctite Milio done. Patrick Brill done.
There's 2 corners to go. It's going to be Ryan
Trevor
Randall
Hughes
making
done.
it to the A-main event.
Ryan R. Randall done. Nelson B. done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race, guys.
Ski done.
Ryan Randall to the A-main event. Podium for this one, Nelson, John, and Trevor. All right, so our A group now taken to the track. A group of 17.5 buggy, Brian, Kevin, Brian, Tony, Brandon, and Ryan.
Kevin Allen. BP.
I don't know. I guarantee if I mess with it, I will make it worse.
Rice Cakes Supreme.
All right, right side, guys, be careful.
LT
Just past
Gray.
the step off.
Goompa. Ryan R. Randall.
All right, if I can get all my turn marshals, drivers from the previous race. I may need your help, guys. All right, so I see John, I see Trevor, I see Anthony. Is there anybody under here? Cool, I got someone in the corner there. Cool, Pat's going to the other corner. All right, folks, grid for this one. Bryant 1, Kevin 2, Brian 3, Tony 4, Brandon 5, Ryan 6. All right, grid is good. Drivers, best of luck. We're going racing. Less than 5. All right, we got Brian's out front. 1 second ahead of Kevin. Kevin just half up on Brian. So we're now 25 seconds in. BG starting to put pressure on second place. Trouble for Wilson out the rollers. 30 seconds down. All right, so Bryant on top of the leaderboard. He is now 2.5 seconds ahead of our second place battle. Kevin just 0.2 ahead of Brian. Brian 1.5 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1 ahead of Tony. Careful, back straight, back straight. So, minute 10 down, 4:50 remaining. Bryant 4 seconds ahead of Kevin. Kevin half a second up on Brian. Brian 1 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 3.5 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.8 ahead of Ryan. Got a minute 40 down. Bryant going 14-1 that time by. He's now 4.5 ahead of second place battle. Oh, but Bryant launches it. That's what I did on Friday. Minute 50 down, 4:10 to go. That's going to diminish the lead quite a bit. So this time around, Bryant just 1.5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.3 ahead of BG. Yeah, Brian 1.3 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 4 ahead of Tony. Tony 3.5 ahead of Ryan. $225 down, 3:35 remaining. Oh, careful up front, guys. That is clear. BG now up to the 2 spot. At 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. Bryant, Brian, Kevin, Brandon, your top 4 cars now all within a second and a half. Just about 3 minutes down here. Oh, Bryant, 0.9 ahead of Brian. Brian, 0.8 ahead of Kevin. Kevin, 0.1 ahead of Brandon. 2:50 remains. Battle is on for the 3 spot. BG goes 14.5 that time by. $325 down, 2:35 to go. Brian tipping it over. Tipping it over again. Kevin tipping it over. At 2:20 to go, drivers. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. That's clear. So we got BG out front. Let's see this time by at the stripe. BG 1.6 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 1.4 ahead of Bryant. Bryant clocks in 5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin is 2.1 ahead of Tony. And Tony 2.8 ahead of Ryan. Minute 40 to go, drivers. Minute 30 remains, 90 seconds left. This time by BG just 0.8 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 0.2 ahead of Bryant. Minute 20 left. Our race leaders down the back straight. 75 seconds to go. 0.4 of a lead for Brian. Brian Brandon 0.8 ahead of Bryant. And that's the other way around now. Bryant up to the 2 spot. 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
We got ourselves a battle here. BG versus BM versus BP. Battle of the Bees. 45 seconds to go. Trouble for Bryant there. That's going to set him back a bit here with 40 seconds left. There's still time, but not much. 30 to go. Oh, Brandon now to the top spot. 20 seconds remain. BG all over the back wing. This time by advantage Brandon by 0.3 of a second. 10 seconds left. Oh. 5 seconds. Looked like they might make it by. They do.
Goomba done.
It comes down to this. BP
Kevin
just ahead of
Allen
BG.
Done.
2
Ryan
corners
R.
to
Randall
go. And it's going to be BP prevailing
done.
today in 17.5
Rice
buggy.
Cake Supreme done.
All right,
All
that'll be a
drivers
race,
are
guys.
finished.
Your podium for
LT
this one,
Gray done.
Brandon, Brian, and Bryant. Rest order, Kevin, Tony, and Ryan. All right, so got a couple of our guys back to back here. So next race is going to be an open buggy. All right, once again, one of those situations. Anybody who is available, I mean, I need you to serve as a buggy flipper for this one. I need all hands on deck.
Derek Stephenson. Patrick Brill. BP. Ryan R. Randall. Goomba.
All right, guys, you got 4 marshals. Please be nice to them. All right, let's line them up. It is going to be Bryant on the 1 spot. Yeah, Derek on the 2, Brandon 3, Ryan 4, Pat 5. All right, folks, we are going racing in less than 5. Oh, we got Bryant out front. Derek holding down the 2. BP right behind him. 15 seconds in. All right, Goomba already starting to step away a bit. Oh, a little contact there. 30 seconds down, 4:30 to go. Oh, we got Bryant 14-3 in the early going here. That time by 14-1. Oh, Goomba takes a flip, lands on all 4 wheels. Yeah, 55 seconds down, 4:05 remaining. Well, that's not right. All right, 1:05 down, 4:55 remaining. That's more like it for a Wednesday. So, race leader driving the blue and yellow. Got Ryan holding down the 2 spot. Derek and Brandon making their way back up through the field here. Right now, they're 3 and 4, about 0.3 of a second apart. 1:30 down, 4:30 left. Bryant 6.5 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.5 ahead of Derek. And looks like Derek now to the 2. BP looking to follow. Down the back straight they go. 1:45 in, 4:15 remains. Two minutes down, 4 minutes to go. So we got Goompa up by, wow, way overshooting that one. 3:50 remaining. Fast lap now, 13.6 from Bryant. This time by the stripe, 5.2 back to Derek. Derek is 0.9 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 1.4 ahead, was 1.4 ahead of Ryan. This time by 6.8 ahead of Ryan. Trouble in the cinnamon roll. .235 in, 3:25 to go. Battle for the 2 spot continues on. Derek about 0.6 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 4.5 ahead of Ryan. 2:50 down, 3:10 to go. BP on his lid. 3 minutes in, 3 minutes remain. Oh, 2:45 to go. Oh, trouble and the cinnamon roll. Oh. Back straight, back straight. Careful at the wall ride, guys. I think they'll be taken care of before anyone gets there. Yeah, 2:20 to go, drivers. And Goompa up on his lid. Well, Brandon not quite close enough to make a move. So we got 3:55 down, 2:05 to go.
2 minutes left.
Oh, Bryant 15 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 13 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 10 ahead of Pat. There are no battles going on right now. $1:45 remains. Well, if you want to get some more racing action in this week, Friday night racing every Friday starts at 7 p.m. Brian doing a little loop-de-loop there. Doing a donut. Come on, Brian, do it burnout. Minute 15 to go. 75 seconds remain. All right, folks, just over a minute.
1 minute left.
$45 seconds left. All right, folks, 30 to go. Bryant 9.4 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 17 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 9.8 ahead of Pat. 20 seconds remain. Ten seconds. right, time has expired. When you cross the line, your race will be done.
Patrick Brill done. BP done. Goompa done. All drivers are finished.
Okay, that will
Ryan R.
complete
Randall
Wednesday
done.
Night Racing. Podium for this one, Bryant, Brandon, and Ryan. All right, folks, thanks for coming out. We'll do it again Friday. Friday. Also got Team Powers Cup on-road this weekend. Team Powers Cup off-road will be 23rd and 24th. Hope to see you guys there. Goodbye and good night.